I'm assuming you get asked something that we get asked all the time, which is, does Trump make your job easier?
Yeah, which is, it's very hard for people to understand just how viscerally upsetting that question is.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't, it makes it harder. My wife in the past has had to pull me away from entirely well-meaning people in the street saying, well, I guess it just writes itself, doesn't it? And I was like, I'll tell you whether it writes itself or... No, I'm talking to the lady. She wants to know how easy it is. I'll tell her how easy it is. It's harder. It's harder because, because it's easy to do bad comedy because you just need to repeat what he says. And that's not a joke, that's repetition.
Yeah.
Whereas comedy, like especially if you want to try and do something that's not just happening online all the time, is an effort. I'm not telling you something you don't already feel with every fibre of your exhausted being.
Yeah. You do a lot of deep dives on stories that are a little uncovered, but you do spend a few minutes, I feel like, covering the Trump news at the top of your show, usually. Yeah. And it seems like you pick up, because you go on Sunday, you kind of pick up the end of the week news.
Yeah, so we literally started thinking at one point, what time do you tape? Because if it's probably about 5:30, right?
We tape at 6:30, yeah, but we're done at 5:30.
Exactly,
yeah.
So we were thinking like 5:30 on a Thursday. At that point, you have dealt with the fire hose of bull to the extent that you can. At which point the depressing relay baton is put over to us. So from Thursday at 5:30 onwards, it's our turn to open our mouth and take that fire hose in. Listen to that revolting response. Was that analogy necessary?
Well, I want to speak about another analogy of sorts. You, this was a couple years ago, you said that America was entering their Fat Elvis stage.
No, that was more than a couple of... That was a long time
ago. It was a long time ago.
I think that was pre-Obama.
Wow.
The argument then was saying that, exactly, you were kind of Elvis in his Vegas years back then. You know, still objectively great.
Yeah.
But you could sense the sadness coming.
And that has really kind of followed through.
Well, it has followed through now, but because at that point I thought that was as silly as it could get, and that now seems a quaint idea, because I don't know what period of Elvis you're in right now, but I think he's about to reach for the flusher.
Or we've now gone past... This is, in our analogy, Elvis lived.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
That is the really positive way to think about it.
Yeah.
Is that Elvis faked his death and he's back and he's living a weird, weird life.
Yeah.
That's the Elvis you are now.
It's weirder than Vegas Elvis, yeah.
So that is the perfect, that's the perfect distillation, I think, of optimism and negativity. Negativity is Elvis is dead now. He died and he's dead forever. Optimism is Elvis never died and he's about to make a comeback album louder than ever before.
And it'll be like, is it the classics? It's like, no, it's crazy new stuff that you...
That's right, he's into...
That's the balance, is like, he's alive. That's the good news. The bad news is it's crazy.
That's right, he's like Sting. He's really into lute music now.
He's doing a live lute concert.
That's right, he's doing drum and bass. He really likes drum and bass.
Great. Oh, good. That's what Elvis needed. I do want to ask, I forgot to ask this earlier, because Beyonce is also in The Lion King.
Yes. So. That's right. That is the appropriate response to the word Beyonce.
Yeah.
Because, and that's real life royalty, Beyonce, right?
Oh,
there.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
so have you met her?
I would drop to my knees.
Oh, you would?
Yeah. Please, don't look at me, Queen. Don't look at me, Queen.
It is really... she's a very hard person.
Have you met her?
But, like, only in those, like, very brief SNL sort of, like, passing moments.
That counts.
It counts, but it renders you wordless.
Did she say hello to you?
Yes.
What? You met her?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care that you're sick.
All this stuff.
Wow.
These were here.
Yeah. I was 2 years ago at the Emmys, I was supposed to be sitting behind her, and she didn't turn up. And my only plan for the whole Emmys was to watch the back of her head and witness her interacting with her immediate surroundings.
Yeah. With all due respect to whoever is hosting the Emmys, no one has ever done it better than the back of Beyonce's head.
That's right. But she is in The Lion King as well, and I am absolutely sure that I will not be allowed to meet her, especially after this interview.
No.
This feels like something her security team should be made aware of in some way. He seems a little highly strung when her name comes up.
Your show's on a holiday break, but
yes.
Catheter Cowboy. It's going to be in action. For those who don't know, you want to give a quick description of Catheter Cowboy?
Yeah, it's quite hard to explain. But basically, there is a Catheter Cowboy on Fox News, and Fox News is obviously where our current president gets lots of information, which is both fact and sad. And so to try and sneak information to him, we've been taking out ads on Fox News with our own Catheter Cowboy, trying to explain to him things like what the nuclear triad is.
Yeah.
And so he will be, while we're away, he will be appearing sporadically on Fox News, trying to get information into his unyielding head.
So these are ads that you've shot and ad time bought.
They will be, that's right, they will be getting rolled out until they are stopped.
It's always very difficult times when you guys are on a break. I hope you can rest, although
Thanks,
I know
mate.
you guys rarely do.
Yeah.
But it shows up in the work you do, and I'm just so happy to have you here.